The death of the Giga Chad. Oh, God, the Giga Chad lost. Who could have saw this coming? We had the RMRs. I was streaming them, right? We had a really good time. I was basically being a sellout traitor to all my values because I was having ESL games on through Go TV to stream to my community. Traitor stands for nothing. Why are you promoting Saudi, Richard? I did actually get messages like that. So anyway, I was watching it, and one of the things I really wanted out of it was I wanted G2 to fail. I'm going to say it. Yeah, I did. I was willing them to fail. No point lying about it. There's video evidence. Why though, Richard? Why would you do that? Well, okay. One of the things I really prize in life is being right. I like it when my informed opinions turn out to be right because it shows that my informed opinion was one that was informed, it was accurate, and it has been bore out to be accurate. And I'm capable, despite what people tell you, I can admit when I'm wrong. We all have a good laugh about the time I said, oh, League of Legends won't be a successful game. Remember when I said that? Yeah? Remember when I said it's just Babby's first MOBA and it'll never take off and it's just keeping everybody warm until Dota 2 gets here? And I was wrong, wasn't I? The biggest PC game of all time. So sometimes you lose, and when you lose bigly. Life's like that. Opinions are like that, right? But in general, I'm right way more than I'm wrong. And I take a little bit of pride in that. It's about knowing the space, knowing the scene, being an expert. I hear all the time about, like, you can, some dickhead on that fucking Discord last night while I'm watching Raider Nation blow a 17-0 lead, was saying, oh, Richard Lewis is incompetent. I'm going, come on, man. You can call me a cunt, call me an arsehole, so you don't like incompetent. Blood, who's been better in the world of esports reporting than me? Like, incompetent, man. You just don't even know what that word means. And he was a Na'Vi fan. And then he went, well, you called Blade a clown. I'm like, all right, so you're not even angry about something that happened. You know what I mean? So I just like being right. I value it. I'll argue with anyone. Oh, you shouldn't get down in the mud and argue with the plebs. Nah, that's my reputation. I'll fight for that, actually. Sorry. Anyway, I said when G2 originally picked up the Giga Chad, HooXi, and JKS, and you can go and watch the video about it, you can watch my Roster Mania video about it, I said this is a bad move, and it's actually weakened the team overall, because JKS is a marginal improvement on Jax, but HooXi is dog shit, and has done nothing, and doesn't deserve to be in a tier 1 team, certainly not one. The caliber of G2. And I said that, and it was ridiculous. This was basically like initially shown to be a good opinion, right? Because they went to Blast, if you remember, and they were dog shit, and HooXi was really bad. Had some unbelievably bad scores and just individual levels of performance. And you know what? To Reddit's credit, right, to keep my YouTube channel just reading Reddit comments, Reddit wasn't, like, really big on the deal. Like, the JKS stuff, but we're only talking about Giga Chad, but the JKS stuff, yeah, I'm so glad he got a team, I'm so glad. You're not so fucking glad now, are you? But whatever. Top comment here, this is going to be a massive shit show or the turning point for HooXi's career. Valid opinion. Interesting turn of events. Let's see if HooXi can lead an international team full of star players and frag out at a top level. A tacit acknowledgement that he's never fragged at a top level at any point in his career. Fair enough. Approve of that. I've seen people complain about HooXi and his fragging, and I won't deny that it's bad, but one of his achievements is IGL. As far as I can tell, he's never played an international roster and only had recent success with the Copenhagen Flames and has done one good major run. And again, remember, the entire sum of HooXi's achievement is a top 8 finish at a major with Copenhagen Flames. That is it. That is all he's ever done. Now he's the IGL for G2. Whatever site HooXi is on, just go there. A death taxes and a Danish IGL leading an international team. All the firepower gained by Jax, taking out Jax and adding JKS, is lost by taking out Alexi B and taking out HooXi. I hope it works, but firepower-wise, this team is as similar as the last one. I think Xtaz must believe that HooXi is a much better IGL than Alexi. And remember as well, we covered that, didn't we, when we were doing the matches and the last RMR or whatever the fuck it was, and we were watching that, and we were like, listen, in fact, it was the major. We were reading, articles where Xtaz said he didn't like Alexi's view and they hadn't made enough progress. Xtaz was a big driver for the HooXi move. I'm saying that now. I like Xtaz, but he's fucked up with this, for sure. Shows how desperate the scene is for IGLs when a player like HooXi is getting into G2. I'm really not sure this was the way to go. Unless G2 players for some reason are super confident in HooXi. My man, meaning HooXi, and not his partner, has a 0.76 rating. right? Which is true. Absolutely appalling, as we went over at the time. I'll give this new lineup 4 months at best. I understand some of the criticism Alexi P gets, but can HooXi do what Alexi couldn't? This is huge for HooXi, and I'm really happy for him, but I can't help but wonder if trialing IGLs would have been a smarter long-term move. Could have signed him for half a year. 100% he's out in the Christmas break. If they do not even consider keeping Alexi for the rest of the year, they're going to be done with HooXi this year as well. So you can see, right, like the initial announcement of the signing of HooXi, people were rightly skeptical about it. What I said was not considered controversial opinion. And it should never have been a controversial opinion to say HooXi's not ready to lead a team like G2. He has nothing. He has nothing in his fucking tenure. He's got nothing in his cabinet. He's done nothing. And he cannot play to a tier 1 level on an individual basis. So Reddit was right here. Reddit was right. It was there. The broken fucking clock was right. It was that time of the day. But here's what happened. He went to Blast. And Blast was a staggeringly bad performance. It was so embarrassingly bad, people just couldn't process what they'd seen. Like, okay, he had like a 9 for 22 against Team Liquid. I think he had a 2 for 18 there as well. It is one of the worst all-time performances at a tournament. It was so bad that people just decided, let's all gather round and let's all give him some fucking support. And so they came up with the Giga Chad meme. Now, the Giga Chad meme, right, for those who don't know, you've been on the internet, you've seen the Giga Chad. The Giga Chad is a series of artworks of men that are taken to such ludicrous extremes with jawline and abs and BMI and muscle mass. And you use the Giga Chad meme to basically say, like, you know, he's just someone who's so perfectly just don't give a fuck about your opinion. The Giga Chad just says, like, hey, you got a sauce on that? No. Na, 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 na. Stretch my jaw out there, mate. Right? That's just it. The fucking Giga Chad. He just does what he wants. He says, no, you can't hurt the Giga Chad. Your opinion to the Giga Chad is like the ant's opinion to fucking God. It doesn't matter. Like, what are you going to do? What can you do with the Giga Chad? So people initially started using the Giga Chad meme basically as like a joke. It was sarcastic because HooXi wasn't a Giga Chad. He wasn't even a Chad. He wasn't even a Had. He was a D in the fucking A of G2. He was such a fucking drag factor. He was dog shit. He couldn't fucking frag out at all, like. He couldn't even get to double figures at this fucking level, you know? And so obviously, people noticed, it's Twitch chat, people are going to be fucking cruel, and people are going to say, oh yeah, you're a fucking Giga Chad, aren't you? And HooXi's not a Giga Chad. He's not that guy. He doesn't even look like he could be that guy. Like, out of all of the guys who have the Giga Chad meme attached to him, look at that, like, you know, he's got to be the least Chadly Counter-Strike player in a long, long while. Meanwhile, the original holder of the Giga Chad title, because Reddit is fickle and it will give these titles away. Remember Rain? Rain was the Giga Chad. When he got married, they said Giga Chad got married. When he ate that cigarette on fucking stream, look at him, he's a Giga Chad. He's doing something that's really, really harmful to himself and he doesn't care. He did it for a bet. Just the Giga Chad music playing. Everyone was like, wow, Rain is a Giga Chad. Then you wanted to cut him for JKS because you're mental. You wanted to cut Rain, Mr. FaZe, for JKS on the predicate of one good performance when Rain had COVID, right? And then you were like, JKS is the real Chad. And then Rain went to the major and had one of the best individual performances against Na'Vi, one of the best individual teams on Nuke to win his team a fucking major. And then, that's it. He's the only man who should have ever have been allowed to be the Giga Chad in CSGO again. I don't care how many weights Blame F lifts. I don't care how many fights Config gets into. I don't care. There's only one Giga Chad in my eyes. Rain. Rain is the Giga Chad. But you took that away from him, didn't you? And you gave it to HooXi. But it's okay, because it was fucking rude. It was naughty. It was a bit mean. So you did that, right? So that's fine. Okay, fine. I can appreciate a bit of mean humour. I love kicking people when they're down. Topical. So, the Giga Chad meme starts. But then, HooXi played so bad. G2 fans said, how the fuck can we let our mans get bodied like this? Can't let your mans get bodied like that. Right? So, they reclaimed the meme. The meme had just been born. Rain hadn't even woke up and wait, I am not the Giga Chad anymore. Like, he didn't even know. No one had informed him. It took initial days of the Giga Chad meme used to be cruel and hurtful, and within 24 hours, G2 fans, who were all lunatics, honestly, were just real about it. They're one of the craziest fan bases out there. I can say all this now. Carlos is gone. Not my team. Hashtag not my G2. Right? They reclaimed the Giga Chad meme and started applying it, unironically, to HooXi, as if to say we can still win with a guy who gets 2 kills every map. There was loads of content about it. I'm just going to take a little trip down memory lane, because HooXi didn't help himself. Do you remember this? HooXi jokes about fragging concerns. I feel like I can shoot nothing for 6 months, and we could still win every tournament. Right. There would never be a team that this was true. There would never be there just wouldn't be a team that would apply for. There is no way you can go through an entire game having literally 0 impact. Like there isn't. It's tier 1 Counter-Strike. Like, you can be the worst player. Spoiler, you are. You're the worst player in all of tier 1 Counter-Strike, like probably ever. There's you and Hunden. You should have a celebrity death match over it. You are alone on Dogshit Island, while even like people who are like, you know, like. Even like Bird from Sky isn't with you guys. Do you know what I mean? Him and MSL are like, fucking, we're here to be those losers. That's how bad it is, right? He said, I feel like I can shoot nothing for 6 months and win every tournament. Why would you ever fucking say this in an interview? Why? But I am going to start giving out PR classes, guys. I'm going to have to start doing it because you're an intelligent guy, HooXi, clearly, right? Everyone seems to fucking think you're intelligent. Why would you throw this chum in the water to the esports scene? Mental. But it didn't matter, actually, because everyone was so all in on the fucking Giga Chad meme. Everyone loved it. HooXi's the Giga Chad. Let's have a look at how many fucking threads there were. And I can't even be bothered. There were so many. I can't even be bothered to arrange them into some sense of chronological order. It's actually insane, right? So, remember, it was considered by the community doing HooXi and JKS dirty to show how bad they'd been, right? This was at that Blast tournament. This is what they pointed out. That these were the contrasting fortunes of the IGLs. They're doing him dirty. No, HooXi's doing G2 dirty, you animals. That's what's happening there. He's just bad. Like, anyway, so that was the event, right? So Blast went out the way, and I was sat there patiently waiting. But then, of course, they got the ESL Pro League groups. Now, remember, historically, that ESL Pro League group, it is the easiest group I think I have ever seen any team in the history of Pro League since it went to this format have to play in, right? G2 fans, when they went 5-0 in that group, the only legit game in that group was FaZe. When they went 5-0 in that group, everyone was going absolutely fucking nuts over HooXi. They had to beat, like, Movistar Riders. Meanwhile, people were still running, like, all of this stuff. Like, so, remember, I did it in the other video, Maui Snake and the boys and Yankpo and all that, and Kassad. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if you're my homies. You were fucking wrong on this one. You better take that L. People were still doing this. Like, guys, this was just an article on Blix. The new G2, what HooXi and JKS bring to the table. Even people are just so down on Blix for some reason. Right, they just don't upvote that when they see that link. Not even pandering to HooXi and JKS could get them upvoted. But everyone was like, yeah, we all love them. They're brilliant. Gotta love them. They're the best. They're definitely going to do something amazing anytime soon. You'll see. This was the end of the HooXi criticism. I was there. Somebody went full Arsenal TV. And this was... Let me get the date right because the context is important. This is when I think he went 1-20 or something insane. And this guy went full Arsenal TV. And it was in the middle of a game he posted this. So you knew he was spewing. This guy was absolutely fucking spewing. HooXi has to go. He's got to go, Wobby! This guy's gone fucking lead judges. I honestly can't believe what I'm seeing. He has absolutely no ability to compete at tier 1. His aim is awful. His game sense is awful. His decision making is awful. As I type this, he's 1-20. My heart goes out to the rest of G2. And you can see, you know, the people like, I have never seen anything like this in tier 1 CS. It's fascinating to see. 2 kills, doesn't give a fuck. He'll do it again. HooXi, Giga Chad, starting to get sprinkled in, supporting him. Can't believe people actually tried to compare this guy to Carrigan. Yeah, there was a lot of that, wasn't there? They did do that. I feel bad for HooXi. He seems like a real nice person, but I have to agree with you. Man is a walking headshot. I honestly can't believe what I'm seeing. He has no ability. HooXi's an unskilled player, but that is not normally. This very, very insane. They need to check in PC and game. Maybe he not whiffing. Maybe he using the aim deficit, and he can't see game screen. He need to get eye checkup. Only so much G2 can do playing 4v5. I genuinely have no idea how they thought it'd be a good fit. Yeah, he's shit, but can we talk about JKS? He's meant to bring more firepower than Jax, and he's struggling. Called that one too, didn't I? He seriously needs to get a better gaming chair. Yeah, this looks like a worse roster change at the top tier scene ever, and I don't mean just HooXi. Unreal. Please don't forget, we're talking about a human being. Nobody deserves this kind of hate. Shut up, pussy. This is sports. Fuck your feelings. That was the last of it, though. That was what, right? After that, Friday, August the 26th, that was it. People started to warm to him. There were defense threads. Yeah, they didn't take off to the same degree, obviously. You know, it's like that sometimes. There was this, for example. It didn't really get upvoted, didn't gain traction. But people were like, no, I have seen the circle jerk. May I introduce you to the Reddit counter jerk? You all need to relax. It's only been 10 days since they've been announced. What do you expect? If anyone was hoping to see G2 come in and steamroll everyone after a week and a half since roster changes, you've got to send me what you're smoking, because y'all hardcore tripping. Probably that didn't help with the upvotes, actually using the phrase y'all hardcore tripping. Then, of course, obviously, going into ESL Pro League, y'all hardcore tripping. Here we go. This was HooXi even managed to get away in an interview saying people don't know what they're talking about if they criticize him or the team. Like, actual said that. There it is. Most people talking trash don't know what they're talking about. I definitely know you're dog shit, son, and I definitely know you're not good enough for tier 1, and I wager most of the subreddit can see it, and I wager most people who follow Counter-Strike for, I'd say, even a year or so can see it, but whatever. What a healthy mindset. Hope you can turn things around for G2. Healthy mindset. You're all wrong. Reddit likes being cuckolded now. Who knew? Reddit likes CBT. The guy is nice. Give him time. He's there to call. I wish him the best. This is where he said the immortal quote I talked about in another video. If I kill 10 more people in the first and third map, would we have won? Probably not. Because he's such a genius. He doesn't even know that not all kills are the same. Winning a 1v1 clutch isn't the same as getting the opening kill in a round that you get all 5 kills and lose no weapons. You know, everyone lives. These things are not the same. Impact is different. He's so chilled and professional. So cool, so handsome, so dreamy. He's fucking up G2 and getting a massive salary for it. But he's so dreamy and handsome. He's such a nice guy. You can get away with anything if you play fake nice on the internet, by the way. It is insane. The biggest crime you'll ever commit is just like saying to someone, I think you're an asshole. Another one. The amount of hate for HooXi is disgusting. It's off-putting how many HooXi hate posts there are. Now, we've just demonstrated that actually the HooXi hate posts, they'd ended. We've even got the exact date. We've timed it. You're late to the party, but he saw that there was a counter jerk, and in good Reddit fashion, tip tip my lady, he wanted to fucking get in there, didn't he, and get on the counter jerk and get some karma for the counter jerk. Nobody hates his personality or his calling. Criticism does not equal hate. I wish him the best. That phrase is starting to trigger me, actually. We get to the rise of the Giga Chad. So I've already told you that the meme is now just being used non-stop. People are accepting going into the Pro League and all of this stuff. At the end of the day, he needed a pep talk. The community wanted to give him a pep talk, like help rally him, help keep his mood up. So here we go. Look at this. Look at this fucking disgusting thread. How memes get hammered into the dirt. I love Twitch chat whenever HooXi is playing. HooXi kills, GigaChad. HooXi dies, GigaChad. Died for info. Someone else kills, GigaChad. IGL. Someone whiffs, HooXi would have hit that. What can you say? HooXi is a GigaChad. G2, they all love him now. They love him. He's killing your team. You're not the major. I was already in the future. Saw it all coming. These are the kind of things you love to see from this community, turning a negative idea into a positive one. That's exactly what they did. Spoiler, people don't think that's what was going on. It was. And it's mostly because of his good mentality. I can't believe he was able to brush off the hate in the way, and has just outright been ignoring it. Legitimate Giga Chad, winning games regardless of his KD. He be HooXin. I feel ill. Yeah, sorry, I should have put a warning on my fucking stream. Has to be a special warning, may contain cringe. I'm such a HooXi fan because of his great calling, so I really enjoy this copy pasta. I believe in the HooXi supremacy. Harry saying the Hooks is loose was so fucking funny. Ha Haha, freaking hilarious. One of the Chinese copy pastas for anyone with Z in their name. HooXi memes make me watch the G2 games. Can't believe I'm saying this. This has to be sarcasm. There's one of the burner accounts pretending to be me. That exposing cretins account. Literally pretending to be me. It's crazy. Not actually me. For just so you know. But anyway, can't believe I'm saying this. But HooXi may just be as good as Choco, that's an equal, or Hunter. His combination of 200 IQ game sense and advanced mechanical abilities makes him a beast. He's been popping off recently, not sure why, but yeah, it's his moment, I guess. And now that JKS is in, those two are going to absolutely demolish. I've seen him play with JKS, and I've got to say, he is a spitting copy of Electronic. Has to be sarcasm, like, it's got to be a troll post. But you never know. Some of the GT fans are delusional. Like, literal Giga Chad. Never thought I would read someone say I love Twitch chat. HooXi's gameplay speaking for itself. Every HooXi in chat can wear hat Giga Chad. Based Giga Chad. Someone here has gone a bit far. HooXi is CSGO's Maguire. Bit much. You can see, right? Strong uptake for the Giga Chad meme. And on and on and on it went. I'm going to show you here. I'm just going to go randomly. Just some threads. This is like just every time there was a clip of him. Oh, praise Giga Chad HooXi there. Giga Chad HooXi helps big to win a round because they were struggling. So even when he's bad, they make a joke about him being a Giga Chad because he's a Giga Chad. Giga Chad HooXi. Then G2 lent into it, the meme. And then this really elevated the Giga Chad meme to just jump in the shark levels. Somebody drew his head on the Giga Chad body. And there it is framed. And then he took a picture of it. HooXi has kind eyes, top comment. Kind eyes, but Giga Chad vibes. Someone wrote a poem. His eyes are ice blue, but his gaze is warm. He is kind leader, but can also do much harm. Guess I'm not a native English speaker and don't realise that one. Him not normally, but no need to check PC. HooXi is a saviour, both to you and me. The best thing I have ever read in my lifetime. I will use this as my next copy pasta. Someone on point was worried there'd not be a HooXi thread today, guys. Because there was about 2 or 3 threads every day about HooXi at this time. Love the G2 players playing the memes. Goat.org. It's good to see the meme become nice and not toxic like in first matches. He handles this situation like the Dozier ex-god. This is one very happy dude, and rightfully so. So, they gave him the actual Giga Chad picture. Lo and behold, they go now. We get the ESL, they top the group, blah, blah. Then we go into the RMRs, right? Which is what we're talking about now. Now, the RMRs are a disgrace. I'll show you another, like, god-awful thread. Like, this thread is a disgrace. What is the implication of this? Tell me. Munazy is the rookie of the year, in my opinion. But they took Munazy's stats, and instead of just saying, like, Munazy's playing well, they, like, said, look at his stats under HooXi's leadership. Like, just crowbarring in a way to, like, can we not just talk about Munazy? Is that not? Oh, right, yeah, he's not the hot thing on Reddit no more, so we just have to ignore the fact that actually this is a young player who, again, remember, this is a young Russian player who's going through some intense shit, having to live abroad. Like, is he a Giga Chad? Can he be a Giga Chad? Can anyone love that kid? Playing really well? Nah, it's HooXi, the leader. Someone said, right, look at that. I feel sick comparing HooXi and Munazy to Existence and Kenny S. Oh, like, no, God. Oh, you even have the flair. You must know what you're saying. I'm ill. Like, that is fucking unbelievable to make that comparison. But that's where we were until the bad happened. Then, suddenly, everyone decided that, actually, they always knew HooXi was bad. So, on top of that, he's the Giga Chad, right? We all remember the Giga Chad. They wanted to say, like, haha, look, HooXi's helping Munazy even when he's not helping Munazy. Look, HooXi. And if you click on this picture, it's like Munazy playing in front of, like, he's got the Giga Chad meme. He's helping him by being in a picture behind Munazy. He's helping him. No, Munazy's helping HooXi, you fucking moron. Like, when Munazy did a fucking interview and said, like, yeah, he's wicked, the IGL's good, don't worry, the fragging will come. Whole team had to fucking do media to try and get his confidence up. X-Taz talking about how he's a great IGL and all. It's like, no, they're helping him, you fucking moron. Then, if you weren't sick of the Giga Chad meme, we've made content around it now. The origin of Giga Chad HooXi. HooXi Giga Chad! They fucking Blast made a video about it. He weren't even a Giga Chad there. He was shit. Then, Okay, remember, they had those easy groups, right? They got through the Pro League, they had a respectable finish there, but they did have that easy group, though, and everyone was like, oh, well, they're 100% going to go to the major. Not a problem, right? And the worst thing possible could have happened, because they got a fucking 16-0 game. They got the 16-0'd ecstatic. By the way, ecstatic bums. Like, I don't even know who they are. Like, you know what I mean? They're not like the old ecstatic. I never heard half of these cunts. They beat some bum team 16-0, right? And then look, someone made a thread. HooXi ends the game with 23 kills in 16 rounds, 151 ADR. By the way, this is his best ever professional performance, right? Ever. And it came in the opening game of the RMR against bums, and people lost their shit. People lost their mind. The Giga Chad! Most kills, Giga Chad, star player, most assists, Giga Chad. Giga Chad, Giga Chad. Ha ha ha, did I say Giga Chad? HooXi, look at me, I'm the star player now. Remember that movie with Tom Hanks? Remember that? I like the part where he clutched a 1v4 with an AWP, and then the caster said it's HooXi's world and we're just living in it. Giga Chad fragging better than Hunter and JKS these past 3 days. Huge sample size, definitely worth talking about. It's HooXi time. HLTV, also known as HooXi Live Television, reports another Giga performance from its owner and operator. Giga Chad, Giga Chad. Any HooXers in the chat? Are there any HooXers? He HooXed all over them. HooXi, saviour of humanity. Look at this. Everyone's up on the HooXi. But, you know, what happens next? Well, what does happen next? We had some other results, didn't we? By the way, 6th in the world. I think they were 5th. Like, ridiculous. So, you should be getting through the RMR. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You just get through the RMR. It's just not even an issue. You've also won your opening game. This should snowball into a bunch of other stuff. Like, it just shouldn't be an issue for you to get through. Especially the teams that they got to play, like, a joke. Now, I don't like the formats for the RMRs. I said it a bunch of times. They should definitely fix it, but it is what it is. There you go. So, they lost to Cloud9, 16-13. It's relatively respectable, I think, especially in the best of one. I think Cloud9 are like the sleeper team. That's probably going to get activated going into Rio. I think they're the team. You should probably, keep your eye on them. You can see here as well from the results. HooXi didn't even really frag that bad in this game. Pretty close. Nothing disrespectful about this game, right? You can see here. Everyone does their business. Munazi was a bit, underwhelming. Tough game. You're up against some good players who know how to neutralise world-class AWPers. And plus, it's a Mirage. I don't think there's anything disrespectful in losing a close game against Cloud9. So that's fine. You just tanked that one on the chin. No one said anything about JKS playing bad, by the way, this entire time. That's fine. It's alright, though. Hey, here you go. You get to play one win. Now, one win, it should be called one washed. It's like flamey. Lollipop, the only thing about this team, in my opinion, is Deco, although Lollipop did pop off in this game, right? He went 8-24 in this game. So remember his eternal theory about how 10 more frags wouldn't have made any difference. This was in a 16-13 loss. 2 frags could have made a difference, mate. Not to mention, JKS again, playing to a 0.76 rating. Remember him? He's the best, but fuck my wife. Please, JKS. Again, none of these JKS fans are anywhere on the Reddit right now. I can't find them. For a solid month after Katowice, there was JKS threads every day. People demanding his updates. Blah, blah, blah. Nowhere now. Nowhere. Why is it no one ever... Reddit. If you're a Reddit user and you come across this video, start holding other Reddit users accountable for the shit they say. Make a thread. Go look up their usernames, tag them, and fucking ask, oh, you said JKS was going to be the best player in the fucking world, and now we're here. Want to talk about it? Stop letting these cunts just slither off into the dark like fucking Grimer Wormtongue, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Anyway, HooXi, very, very poor in this game, and got battered, and was the reason they lost. And spoiler, all the while, some of the rounds they lost on that ancient game, it's just dog shit calling, it's just bad. But don't worry though, because you have to play a best of 3 to get knocked out. So there's no way G2 can lose a best of 3 to the teams that are in this fucking RMR right now, right? There is no way. There is no way. There is simply no way. They are playing Gamer Legion. Gamer Legion are a team of essential has-beens or never was, right? Like guys like Kios and Sui and Acor. These are guys who've been in and around teams in the Tier 2, Tier 1. Acor obviously is the big name, right? You absolutely have got to beat Gamer Legion in the best of 3. And they start out strong. They battered Gamer Legion on Vertigo. I was so sad I was streaming this game. By the way, as I said, my reaction might have been a bit over the top when they won this game. Yeah. Yes. Couldn't even read a pamphlet, HooXi. You're terrible. Get that bomb down. Tick, tick, tick. Yes. HooXi burns to death. Here we go, boys. It's the moment. It's the moment. Oh, no. Oh, that's a fucking orc nade as well. Oh, come on, I'm hunched. You gotta, no, Isaac, you gotta be so careful. Fortunately, you're peeking, jackass. I am. He's fucking done it, boys. He's done it.
Oh my goodness.
He's fucked it, lads. He's fucked it, lads. They're out. Get out.
Gamer, Legion, Gamer. Woo!
Get out of my major. You shit fucking team. What a day, boys.
Woo.
What a day. Right, time for the tweet. Nothing can top this moment. Nothing. Not having kids, not getting married. This is the best, boys. They battered Gamer Legion on Vertigo. You've got the map. It's all good. Mirage, right? Mirage is a strong G2 map. They don't mind playing it in best of ones against elite level teams. How are you gonna get 16 forward? Well, this is how, mate. 5-17 from your IGL. Now listen, a lot of people were saying Hunter was like off the pace here. That number don't tell a full story, man. Motherfucker was in some impossible positions, like for real. Like on the fucking CT side, the guy got put in some bad spots, mate. Like, but a 0.38 rating, Mirage is one of their maps, by the way. If people don't hold their spot on the map, it all crumbles. It is like a bridge. It has to remain structurally intact, because once the CTs get picked off in mid, if you lose mid control, you're losing the round. If you give up a site, hard to retake. You've got to fucking hold your corner. If you cannot hold your corner and get a frag, or you die and there's an immediate trade, Mirage is hard on the CT side. That's the nature of the map. Like, it's why people like to fucking just play it, because it is a map you can run and gun at low level MMRs and stuff. So anyway, HooXi just got abused in that one, but don't worry, you got Inferno. Inferno, historically solid for G2, always great as a decider, always going to be close. Again, this guy just fucking 12 and 23. And yeah, A-Core was absolutely mega. Again, you want to talk about Giga Chads. A-Core absolutely destroyed him, but they lost the best of three, and do not tell me what wasn't playing a role in this was the calling, because they, especially at the end, they did some like unspeakable things. I watched Nico like die to nades practically like 3 rounds in a row, 3 must-win rounds in a row at the end. There was just no cohesion. Like their heads went. And if you're a good IGL, your head doesn't go. And if you see a star player and their head's going, you take a time out and you make sure their head's going. Like, not going. You tell them, like, I need you in the game right now. That team fucking fell apart. They had problems on the CT side, problems on the T side. So this is the thing. I don't even understand. Where is this great tactical mastermind that I was told was coming? Because I ain't seen this motherfucker. And all of Reddit's talking about him and telling me he's a Giga Chad. And they was giving it this right up until this day. And then they were out. And then what do you think happened? That's it. No major for G2. And again, talking about heartbreak, right? Here's some heartbreak for you. Nico, whatever you think of him as a person, whatever you think of him as a player, that Choco stuff is garbage. There was a video on the front page of Reddit, and it was like Nico's major disappointments. And it was every time he played at a major and every time he'd gone out. Listen, it's not him. Like, we've joked about Nico being the problem. Yeah, when it comes to recruitment, when it comes to IGLs, when it comes to, you know, in the past, him wanting to install himself as an IGL, that was him. That isn't him now. It hasn't been him for a while. And he's playing very, very good. He does go missing in some games. It cannot always be you. Remember, for the first half of this year, it wasn't even Ziwu. Ziwu was only coming to, like, godlike form at the second half of the year. Ziwu was lost in the new look. Vitality. If a player with that talent, who's been, like, number 1 and number 2 in recent years... You know, why is Nico going to turn up every game for G2 to win? It cannot be like that. Tier 1 ain't like that. So it's crazy to me that people blame him. The bottom line is they recruited a team that cannot compete at Tier 1. They're not going to win anything like this, guys. You have to understand I was right. They're not going to win anything with HooXi. You might be able to drag JKS kicking and screaming through with a really good frag in IGL. It's entirely possible. I don't know who you'd get, but it cannot continue in 2023, guys. It's over. It's over before it began. You were all jerking off. Thought it was funny when it was the fucking Giga Chad meme. Haha, look, Carlos has sent him the picture of the Giga Chad meme. I didn't even mention, by the way, just to show how sickeningly pathetic it had got. The Reddit moderators put the Giga Chad meme of HooXi as the Giga Chad. They'd had it up for the RMRs and the ESL Pro League. They had it up there on the official fucking CSGO subreddit. Right, Reddit knows who's the real Giga Chad, and there it was. Hehe, we've put HooXi as a Giga Chad next to the global event of its Giga, he's a Giga Chad. That came down the second they went out the major. Because it's fucking embarrassing, isn't it? It's embarrassing that you've all been fucking spraying your shorts over this fucking dog shit player. Actually, you should be ashamed. Trust me, you've done him more harm than good. That's a bit of a stupid thing to say, isn't it? Dennis, it is a joke, lol. Need a chill pill. Yeah, jokes can't be bad. Sorry, my bad. Jokes can't be annoying. Jokes can't do the target that they're about any harm, can they? Glad we got there. You figured it all out, mate. Then, on the day they went out when they needed their support, Giga Chad Nation, here you go. Giga Chad addresses Giga Chad Nation after unlucky defeat in the RMR. And then, look, I'm praying this stupid meme dies with this pathetic... No, it's not funny now. Downvoted. You're not allowed to go. You can't go to the front page anymore, guys. Wait, was the Giga Chad thing serious? Just demonstrated it was serious. Wasn't it sarcasm? Yeah, the evolution of the meme, if it stayed ironic, it would have died quick. But then they had some good results at Pro League, and people thought it was real and it was manifesting. Yeah, Giga Chad. So they won't even upvote it now. Or Giga Chad's bad now. Shut up about Giga Chad. None of us even said Giga Chad. We were never serious about Giga Chad. Now, let's have some funny little stats at the end. Everyone who was in that Copenhagen Flames team, by the way, except HooXi, who had the biggest chance of winning, they're at the major. Zyphon went with Sprout. Jabi has gone with Heroic. And Nikodos and Roy went from Fnatic. So everyone else in the Copenhagen Flames team who went and played for weaker teams. What a Sprout doing at a major, guys. Meanwhile, HooXi goes to G2 and he can't get over the line. The Giga Chad, the mastermind. Then, another little factoid. The man he replaced, Alexi B, remember how you were all there? Ha, Alexi B's terrible, terrible IGL. What's he ever done? Hey, why don't we call up our man NATO Sapphics? Let's get John Rule and NATO Sapphics on the phone. What do you think about Alexi NATO Sapphics? Well, me, as a tier 4 dogshit player who never did anything in their career, I think maybe Alexi B's not a real IGL. Brilliant. Love your opinion. Thank you. Very worthwhile. Love hearing your opinion. Can we put this to bed? Alexi B went into NIP and had virtually no time to prep and has took them to the major. So everyone HooXi played with at a major. The guy HooXi replaced at a major. All of them with weaker teams, all of them with a lesser chance. Yet HooXi is such a monumental drag factor on the fucking team of world-class players that he's not going to be at the major. That is it. That is all you need to know. That is the end of the discussion. HooXi was not a Giga Chad. Never a Giga Chad. He's not a competent IGL. Pitter, what is this? I just have to put it in the video because I cannot believe this is real. But it is real. Pitter, a coach, a respected coach, used to be a respected player back in 1.6, literally said HooXi is better than the legendary Khan. Like, obviously, this was before everybody saw what just happened. And hindsight is always 20/20. But, guys, I know some of you went 1.6 people. Khan was the IGL for a legendary team, one of the greatest esports teams of all time across every discipline, not just Counter-Strike. The Fnatic team was notorious for not just being ahead of the curve tactically and individually skills-wise. They used to give everyone else a head start. Famously, they would lose, like on day one, go into the lower bracket, and then they would Giga Chad their way through the lower bracket to win tournaments. They did it dozens of times. They were an unbelievable team, one of the best teams ever. And Pitt, unironically on this podcast, literally said that HooXi was better than Khan, one of the all-time greats. I can't. That is outrageous. I don't care if you want to stand up for your man or whatever, but Jesus Christ. That is one of the most outrageous things I've ever heard said in esports. Within the purview of esports opinions, I've had some wacky ones. I can come along for the ride, but nah, that is nonsense. That is absolutely crazy. Then there was like a little bit of extra fucking chili on the taco, which I approve of, like, and that was HooXi's own words. HooXi went on Snake and Banter, and again, obviously back in the day, right? And we were talking about the format, you know, how you get to the majors and all of this stuff. And he said this, right? And it's like, listen, he's not wrong. But if you say something like this, man, you've got to walk that walk. Like.
So come on, what is your bad point in Counter-Strike in general at the moment? What would you say, HooXi?
Well, I feel like it's way too easy to actually get to a major nowadays.
And the laughter from Thor and Maui is just perfect. Like, he literally said it's too easy to get to a major. It's too easy. It's too easy. It is too easy. Don't you understand how easy it is? I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I can't handle that people. Here, like, I'm gonna just be real with you, right? Because like I try and be empathetic. Like, I get there's a real guy who's like, he's HooXi. He didn't want to be the Giga Chad. He never wanted to be the Giga Chad. He just wanted to go to G2 and do well. He said some dumb stuff in interviews. That's every player ever in the history of fucking esports. It's fine, right? But here's the thing. Once you start buying your own bullshit, you're in trouble. And don't tell me that didn't happen here. Don't tell me they didn't start getting cocky and getting an ego and thinking they could just dizzle the way through an RMR, that they could beat, like, lesser opponents. Like, it is shocking that G2 aren't at this major. Shocking. And as I said, I always try and think about the moments you wish you would have had looking back, because I'm an old guy. I get that regret. I get, wish I could have done this, should have done that, wish I'd said that, wish I tried harder there, wish I'd focused more there. This person wasn't bad. They were trying to encourage me. Why did I reject them? You have all these little moments where you like wonder what the path of your life would have looked like differently. And when you're a sports competitor, when you're a serious sports competitor, and by that I mean you don't play in NA because you're just obsessed by money and streaming numbers or whatever. I'm talking real motherfuckers that want to win trophies, want to get to the end of the career and like look back. I'm talking everyone in tears when Roger Federer retires because you just know that you witnessed something amazing in your lifetime. I'm talking about being alive in the Messi and Ronaldo era, back and forth, who's the GOAT, seeing it. Like, I'm telling you, that stuff matters, right? If you care about sports, if you care about yourself, if you're a passionate competitor. If I'm Nico right now, like, I'm devastated because it's not his fault. Unfortunately, whoever made the recruitment decisions for G2 bought too much into this Reddit bullshit. They saw HooXi being talked up as a prospect he never was. They saw JKS being jerked off, and obviously he had a fucking decent run in Karrigan's phase when they won Katowice. But the reality is these were never the players that were going to solve the issues. You had to aim higher, you had to look deeper, you had to think harder about what those replacements were going to be. And now I look at some of the players that have like subsequently gone out and how they're balling and doing well. I think about how maybe there's some IGLs out there that like shouldn't be out there. I'm thinking about like some IGLs that people don't put stock into and stuff like this. There had to be other options. And unfortunately, it just like G2 didn't want to do it. They got given a gift of that ESL Pro League group and they thought it was fixing everything. They thought getting wins over ATK was proof that they'd arrived as a tier 1 team. And no, it's absolute bullshit. They were never ready for it. They were never ready to go into something as cutthroat as the RMRs. They hadn't appreciably improved. And JKS remains an average rifler and also just an average CT-sided rifler, an above-average CT-side rifler. I'll be kind. A below-average T-sided rifler. And HooXi's just an IGL that can't frag and doesn't do anything amazing enough as a tactician to warrant their inclusion. Are you telling me that they shouldn't have given Alexi B a bit more time now? Maybe see what he could have done with JKS and the team? It's all aged so terribly. And once again, the fans just get to kind of walk away from it all. HooXi's holding the bag here. I'll just say, for G2, under Carlos, someone would have been cut. I can't speak to what it looks like now. But under Carlos, they would have cut somebody. 100%. HooXi would be out, for sure. Bare minimum, because Carlos isn't going to tolerate failure, you know. And it's like, look, he got the bag, he's going to keep a lot of that bag on the way out. He might even get you know, knock down, be a streamer for us. We'll do content around you, you know, like they do that with their guys, and maybe that could be good for HooXi's brand. What ain't good for HooXi's brand right now is if he continues to play in this G2 lineup, because you can see it broke him. I don't know if you saw some of the reactions, actually. Like, it was sad to read. This was Nico. I tried to write something. I tried to record something to explain myself, but I don't really know what to say. I lost many important finals, but I never felt this empty and this much pain. Do not take things for granted in life. Never feel satisfied. Always try to do better. It's just sad, isn't it? Like, I always have that on standby. It's a great song. Anyway, can you tell me why you can't win a trophy after all these roster changes? Why you didn't perform against a tier 3 team? Managed not to qualify for the major? You're probably the biggest flop in CS history. Don't you agree? I don't know why people do this. Like, but listen, it's Twitter. It's a public platform. And then the worst part is, yeah, people go, "Why do you block everyone?" You know, is there a world where Nico should have to read that after he's just lost? You know what I mean? Obviously, there's no world like, yeah, I'm screaming and shouting and streaming, calling them shit and that, but I'm doing. They're not watching my stream. You know what I mean? This made me sad as well. Like, again, empathetic Richard. I might have to play After Dark again. Sorry for this disgrace from Munazy. Like, Munazy's the kid. He did the first interview out of any of the players when they got knocked out of the tournament. And he said, like, this is a disgrace. I'm so sorry. Like, he's like 17. And it's like, it's not on you. Definitely 100% not on you. Like, for real. And that's what I mean as well. Like, all of this is going on. Like, is it asking too much? Like, have a bit of nobility, maybe? Like, if I'm HooXi, I can honestly say this, and you're going to go, no, you wouldn't, Richard. But, like, you don't know me then. I'd quit, probably, if it was me. I'd probably quit. I would be like, just, listen, guys, it's not working. I'm so sorry. Like, I fucked this up. I bit off way more than I can chew. I'll take the heat. I'd come out and just say, like, it's my bad. Like, just quit. Just leave. It happens sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, that's a Giga Chad thing to do. And then, just a different reaction on this one. Like, I don't know what to say. I felt like I did what I could. Yeah, we know you did what you could. We know. I won't be sorry for my effort, but my performance. Hopefully, we will get back on the right track ASAP. GG Gamer Legion 1-3. Crying emoji. Kick incoming. Get out. This tweet's awful. Sorry. You have to say more than this. Dare I say this might have been an appropriate spot for a twit longer. Sack looms for HooXi. I agree. This is not leadership shit. That's pathetic. And again, Munazy comes out first. Nico comes out before you. Hunter comes out before you. This is your fault. Like, it's not all your fault. Winners a team, but it's 70% your fault. Conservatively. Like, I just don't get it. It should never have happened. Anyway, look, I don't even know how we're going to edit this. This has already been an hour, and people are like, Richard, you were reading Reddit threads for 40 minutes, and then you shit on HooXi for 20 minutes. This is not a very insightful video. All you're doing is you've turned into some sort of fat, bald king star. Stop this. Real comments I read. But I can't, I'm going to get them, because I can't end the stream without showing how petty and petulant I am. So just to show you where I'm at as a human being. And you will get a unique window into the pettiness. Petty Chad. That's what I am, mate. Okay, so pettiness, right? Because people, and I won't get into the DMs, but after I gave my opinions about G2, I was like saying, you know, fucking, they're not very good. JKS isn't very good. Fucking HooXi's not the man. And I got a lot of hate. I know you're going to be surprised on the internet, but I got a lot of hateful messages. I got a lot of abusive messages. And I'm not going to engage with those because that's like, you know, whatever. Like, people just say, you know, commit Sudoku and you just get on with it. The people specifically came to old videos, right? So again, the concept of linear time, and it was after Blast. So HooXi had been shit, JKS had been shit. Then they had those ESL Pro League groups. They go 5-0, and all the little goony G2 fans come out and will go in. What about now? This is like milk. So I just want to give you an example of them, because on the day they went out of the RMR, I made a point to reply to them, calling them dickheads on the YouTube comments. Here you go. This one here. Damn. The HooXi talk age poorly, And I said, yeah, we all know the group stage for ESL Pro League is the most prestigious competition on the calendar, and the last one too. And then, on the day they went out, what about today, dickhead? Did it age badly today, dickhead? Was it bad today, dickhead? No answer from him. He's in hiding, right? He's not got an opinion today, okay? Alright, not a problem. This video aged like milk. Well, what about today, dickhead? How's my fucking milk taste today, dickhead? Oh, what about today, dickhead? You're not going to the major, dickhead. What about today, dickhead? Yeah, nothing to say. Didn't reply either. Right, another one here. This is a bit of a long one, right? Because this was a pleasant argument, uninterrupted by a cunt. You can see here, right? Somebody said, listen, HooXi played well. And I said, it is the weakest ESL Pro League group, maybe in the history of the competition since it's moved to this format. The win against FaZe is legit, but Blast still happened. And let's see if he can maintain this form. Talking about HooXi. The data says it's highly unlikely. G2 went 5-0 without losing a single map, including a best of 3 against the #1 team. By the way, everyone's also praising Vitality as a legit team. G2 still the only team who won a best of 3 against them too. Take that for data. How's the data today, dickhead? How's the data taste today? How's the data look? Put it in your computer, dickhead. Pull up your screens. Put the numbers in your little spreadsheet, dickhead. Are you at the major, dickhead? Or did you play shit and lose to tier 3 teams, dickhead? Yeah, I thought so. No reply from him either. Like, dickhead's in shambles. And then there you go, just 2 more. Let's check in with the dickheads. They beat Navi and FaZe, you clown. What do you have to say about that? What do you have to say about today, dickhead? What have you got to say about not being at the major, dickhead? Yeah, nothing. You're not saying anything. You're going to watch Rio with fucking tears in your eyes, dickhead. What about this guy? Hi, Richard. Just want to follow up on your HooXi take. Hi, dickhead. Just want to follow up on your comment, dickhead. Because you're not at the major, are you, dickhead? You're not at the major, dickhead. Your team was bad. I was right about it being bad. The reason it's bad are the players I said were not good enough to be in your team, dickhead. Yeah. He's won again, hasn't he? So, serious. Yeah, petty as fuck. Right? To all the people commenting, I just don't know why you find, aren't you a professor or something? Oh, I am, dickhead. Yeah. But if you're going to come into my manor, you're going to come onto my YouTube channel and tell me my opinions of age like milk because your brain can't process time linearly. Like, maybe wait. Like, imagine if you just gone to the major and won the major, then you drop that age badly. And then I'm the dickhead. You've made me the dickhead. But you didn't make me the dickhead, did you, dickhead? You made you the dickhead because you were the dickhead. You couldn't wait. You don't understand. It's best served cold sometimes. No. You had to get it in there. You hadn't even finished Pro League, which I can't help but notice you didn't win. Best chance you're ever going to have at a trophy with this lineup. Dickhead. Couldn't even get through an RMR. Richard, you don't know what you're talking about. HooXi GigaChad Reddit said so. Dickheads, all of you. I hope you were actually physically crying. I hope there's someone out there so overinvested saying I was wrong and HooXi was brilliant. I hope you were reduced to tears. I hope you sank to your knees. Dickheads. So anyway, I was right. That's the point of the video. HooXi bad. Get him out. Get him out of my club. That's all I'm saying. And a $5 donation. Peanuts for dickhead, man. Appreciate it. Peanuts for dickhead, man. That sounds like some sort of, like, I don't know, experimental American novel. Like,